Aries, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you to all of you who are tuning in. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and I am super humbled. So, to the new subscribers who have found me, welcome, and to my returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Without yous, this would not be happening. So, with that being said, this is going to be an in general reading for Aries in the month of June 2022. Okay, this is your monthly. Now, I just want to say real quick, not only to Aries but to all of you, the monthly structure of the reading that you get every month will be changing. The only thing that will not, absolutely not, under any circumstances, be changing the way I channel your messages for the extras and the questions here that I answer for you guys with my very first deck. Okay, so other than that, Aries, let's jump right in. Keep in mind, this is in general, so if it doesn't fit your situation, if it doesn't fit for you at all, that is perfectly fine. Okay, and if you still want to continue to stay just to hear the beautiful messages that come out from when I see the cards, that's perfectly fine too. So we're gonna dive right in for you, Aries. So your extras are the only cards that I channeled the energy for. Okay, so the first card that you are getting here, Aries, I know, Poverty from the Kipper deck. Okay, so poverty is number 37, which goes to 10. This is the number of completion. This is the number of going into full circle, right? So the channeled message, though, for this card was the lack of is at its end. So Aries, the change is definitely coming if it hasn't already. Okay, this has been going on for a long time. And it's like now you are finally going to be able to move completely in a new direction, Aries. So whatever you're feeling the lack of, Aries, it's almost done. It's almost complete. It's almost going to be something that you're not even going to need to put your mind to. It's going to be something that you're not even going to need to worry about no more, Aries. Okay, so that's ending right there. The second channeled message that I got for you from your second extra card is this Queen of Swords. Now, the message for the Queen of Swords is that it's very difficult to be deceptive towards Aries. Extremely difficult, okay? The thing here that's coming in is the fact that you think of everything, okay? The fact that you think of everything, whether it's communication or whenever it happens, it's like when somebody comes towards you and they say, oh yeah, blah, 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 or XYZ, you are saying in your mind, I knew that's what was going to be stated. I knew that's what was going to be said. Okay. So the thing is that your intuition is coming in. Okay, so let's say, for example, Aries, if someone is coming towards you and they're trying to either give you a white lie or say something to you that is sort of deceptive, right? You're already going to know intuitively, well, this person is trying to lie their way out, or this person is trying to say something. Because remember, the Queen of Swords is someone you cannot go towards her. She knows the actions, she knows the thoughts, she's prepared for battle, she's prepared for the challenges. Okay, so when someone's coming towards Aries, trying to challenge you in a way, right? It's like you already know that that's what's going to come through from this individual. So it's a pretty good energy. It's a pretty good channeled message that I got there. Your next two cards, these two extras that came out for you, Aries, is the Six of Wands and the Page of Swords. Okay, so for this one here, the channeled message is successfully becoming aware of everyone and everything. You will react quicker than the rest of them. Okay. So and this is a very good area to be successful in, is being able to intuitively pick up on it, intuitively react. And it's like, you know, that your quickness, it's like you can never second guess your quickness, or you can never second guess your consciousness and what it is telling you or guiding you to do, right? So these are very good messages here. Now, bottom of the Kipper deck, you are definitely, oh, okay, that you wasn't supposed to see that, but because you've seen it, we got to talk about it. Wealthy man, okay? Wealthy man at the bottom. But bottom of the deck, that's the front. Bottom of the deck is you're getting change, okay? Now, with the wealthy man, let me tell you something. I don't normally just take him as someone who is very good financially. I also take him as someone who is spiritually rich, someone who is has a very good knowledge of the skills, the awareness, rich in spirituality, rich in all areas, okay? Some people take the wealthy man and all they think about is finances, but that's not how I take it. Wealthy man to me means someone who is very intuitive, very understanding. They know before you even know. They've got great advice. They know the chances they should take, the chances they should be cautious with. So that's what I think of the wealthy man when he pops up. And the fact that we wanted to talk about the change, okay, the change that is coming in, because this is at the bottom of the deck. So it's coming in a way where it's like, it doesn't need to be a physical change. It doesn't need to be an actual move. It could just be a change in behavior, a change in the way you feel, a change in the way you deal with others. Maybe you're going to be approaching your situation, Aries, more on an intuitive level of like, you know what, I shouldn't do that. Or I shouldn't say that. I should say this and do this. But this is more of like being more honesty. It's almost as if honesty is going to be your best policy, Aries, which is, I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so let's jump right into your Celtic Cross. Behind each position, you do have your main card, and then you have your clarifiers under there. And I'm going to be doing both at the same time for each position. So let's move this clear quartz crystal. Let's go into your first position we're going to talk about here. This is the situation at hand, Aries. We're getting Ace of Wands, and we're getting the World card here to clarify the Ace of Wands. So I absolutely love this. I'm here for it. This is like, what are you passionately being truthful about? What is it that's coming in and making you more courageous? And it's almost if the World card coming in to clarify this intuition, this feeling, this desire that you're getting, all of a sudden it's like you're being inspired, right? You're receiving this new confidence. You're receiving this new energy. It's like lighting up a match and everything just going up in flames, right? So it's almost as if with the World card being here, it's like, yes, this is where we want you at, okay? This is an achievement for you, Aries. Very beautiful, okay? So let's go into what is influencing that Ace of Wands and the World card being here. And what you're getting is the Nine of Pentacles and the Magician clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is about you learning about what you're putting out there and what you're wanting to receive back. And it's not even what you're wanting to receive back. It's almost as if you're manifesting. This is what you've manifested. This is what you're creating. So I always do tell you guys, try to do good. Try to put out good. This is the only way that it is going to come back to you good, right? This is also about all of the skills, all of the lessons, all of the communication that you have done, that you have not done, the material possessions that you've gained, that you have not gained, the truth that is coming in, the awareness that is coming in, the passion that you're gaining, the influence that is coming in. I'm even being highlighted behind a magician. What is that? I think that might be kind of like the moon or a planet. It is green. It has gold on top. What you're feeling in your solar plexus, which is where our emotions are at, it is where we feel. You're feeling, okay, your heart's desires, green, all right? Gold and green, or yellow and green, however way you want to take it. You're feeling this. You're feeling your heart's desires, and you're knowing, you know what? This is going to be beneficial for me. And it is appropriate for me, okay? Now, I want to say this, Aries. Sometimes we get distracted, okay? Sometimes we get distracted and we're not able to tell what is appropriate for you and what is not appropriate for you. But thankfully, Aries, I feel like the Queen of Swords energy being here and this Page of Swords and Six of Wands being here, it's like you're so fast and so quick at evaluating the frequency, the energy, the vibration, that I feel like you're able to pick up, okay, that's where I want to go. That's where I'm heading. Perfect. I'm going to keep heading that way. So this is very, very good energy that is coming in, influencing this Ace of Wands for the situation. So it's good. Another thing is, I want to read it too as the Magician and the World card being here together. You have also created your achievement and your success, which is very, very important, okay? So not only are you experiencing this journey, Aries, but you're also working with it. You are also making sure that you will be receiving success, that you are accomplishing your achievements. Beautiful energy here, Aries. Wow. Mind you, I'm as much surprised too, because when I lay these cards out, the only ones I focus on, these three. That's it. Everything else is there. I kind of forget about it. I don't go into it. I have the ability to block it out and only see these three, only focus on these three. So the fact that this is coming out for you, Aries, I'm super, super excited for you. Let's go into the root of the problem here for the situation, okay, Aries? Wow, you're getting this Knight of Cups, which is your main card for the root of the situation, and then you're getting this Eight of Swords in the upright. So the thing here, Aries, is with this Knight of Cups being in the reverse, there can be some moodiness, either coming from you or coming from another individual. This can also be someone who has unrealistic tendencies, very unrealistic, very guarded, very moody. This individual will avoid conflict at all costs. And the issue here, this is being clarified by this Eight of Swords, Aries. So if this is a person, if this is an actual person and you're feeling like, oh my God, she's spot on describing this individual, let me tell you something. This is the energy they want you in, Aries. They want you stuck. They want you feeling victimized. They don't want you focusing on things around you. They don't want you even noticing things around you, the truths that are being set forth. They don't want you to have clarity either. But is it something that you really have to deal with? Not really, because right now we're going to go into what's changing, Aries. Now, when you see a card like this sideways, I've been needing to tell you guys, this means it's challenging the situation. There is an Emperor in the reverse here who is challenging, this is what's being clarified, your Sun card. Okay, Aries? So, whoever you're dealing with at the moment, if you're dealing with someone, this can even be a situation. This can even be a boss who doesn't want to promote you, who doesn't want you to move forward. It can be a family member who doesn't want you to move forward. It can be anybody who is just really not wanting you to have this new beginning. Hey, listen, Spirit just said it could be a neighbor. It could be a crazy neighbor who doesn't want to lose their authority, who doesn't like the fact that you move next door. They're just not okay with it. They don't like where you park your car. They don't like anything. They don't even like when you cut your grass. So they're sort of being objective towards this new beginning that you have taken on, Aries. So if you really think about it, this reading can actually go for anything. It can go for love. It can go for the work environment. It can go for daily life, what you're going through in a situation. But this is the achievement. And regardless of any of the distractions that you experience, Aries, it's still a new beginning. Okay, it is still a new beginning, and it still counts a lot. Next card you're getting here, the next position, is the near future, Aries. Wow. So you're getting this Queen of Wands, and you are getting the Hierophant here. Very interesting, because this Queen of Wands is someone, it's not a rude individual, right? But this is someone who is very confident, very assured. They know themselves. They know what they need to do. They know what's going on. This is near future. Now, Hierophant is about this wanting to share a knowledge, wanting to share what you know, right? The thing is coming towards this Queen of Wands. So whoever is being very confident, very vibrant, the life lessons are going to come towards you, Aries, eventually. So with that being said, okay, this is commitment. This is commitment. This is commitment to the knowledge, okay? I really do feel like I need to tell you, Aries, just continue being on the right track, continue being humble. If it's a situation like I just said as an example, the neighbor thing, just try to speak with this neighbor, try to communicate with this neighbor, try to figure out what's the issue with this neighbor. Why are they being rude? Why are they being so cranky, or whatever the case may be? Always, wondering what's going on in your property, but that's your property. Be committed towards this, and I really feel like, look at it as a life lesson. Let me tell you something. If this is a neighbor thing, okay, and you bought a house, my heart goes out to you. You're just gonna have to really try to get to know this neighbor, each other, share the knowledge, learn the lessons that needs to learn. I really do feel like sometimes, Aries, we do have a tendency to not think about what others are going through in their daily life. Maybe they work too much. Maybe that they're just cranky because they're tired. Maybe they have X amount of kids and they're just going through stuff, because everybody goes through something. So maybe if we think about our own experiences and our own life lessons, and then say, okay, you know what? Maybe this person is just not having a good day today. Whatever the case is, I feel like you're needing to remember your lessons. It's going to be very important there. Future position here, Aries. You are getting the Seven of Swords, and you are getting the Ace of Swords, okay? So very interestingly here with the Seven of Swords, right? This is someone who sort of like uses a strategy when they are provided with the truth. Okay, so it's not coming in, yes, I know, sneaky and betrayal and this and that, but this is coming in more as you need to strategize this situation. Whatever the situation is with your new beginning here, whatever you manifested, whatever you released yourself from, whatever you survived from, Aries, this new beginning is going to require you to really use the truth. And because of the truth of a situation, whether it's your truth or someone else's truth that you find out about, strategize on how to be better with this person. It's just a strategy. It's a game of chess, right? Figure out what are the moves that you're going to make this individual, towards this individual, so that you can get them on your side. It could be a family member to Aries, but I'm not so sure. I have to go into the rest and see how I feel. But if this is going for a family member that you're dealing with, Aries, just work with them. Just try to figure out what's going on. You know, I completely understand. There are some people you can't deal with, but there are some people you could deal with. It's all about you not allowing them to sort of like draw you in, okay? So just be mindful of that, Aries. Let's go into your next card here. This is the present energy, Aries. Queen of Cups and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So presently, with this Queen of Cups being here, it's like you're very calm. Like I said, the intuitiveness is there. You're back on the right track. You've done what you needed to do. Because you've made a decision for yourself, Aries. You are no longer in that energy of, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Now you do, because it's in reverse. So it's good. I love it. There's confidence here. I feel a lot of confidence. Let's see what's going on in the... This is what's going on in the environment. This is the energy in the environment. So your main card is the Page of Wands, and your clarifier is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, discovering the wand, that Ace of Wands that was there. So, oh, those are pretty. These are those, what are they called? Cardinal birds. They're so pretty. I'm in an area where there's cardinal birds. Okay. So discovering the energy, discovering the abundance within. I definitely, wow. Okay. So I am being told to look at his feet. That is a very strong foundation, for this energy that you've discovered. Aries, I really do feel like it might have to do something with the environment. You might be looking at this environment like, this is where I wanted to be for a very long time. And this is where I am going to grow my foundation abundantly. So it's a beautiful energy. Let me tell you, this is a beautiful energy, Aries. Next card here, this one was sideways. This is the Four of Wands. Of course, something is challenging the Four of Wands. And guess who it is? The King of Cups. So, yeah. For this foundation, for this particular foundation, this is not going to go for everybody. This is not going to go for everybody. But if it's a situation, like I just said, where you either bought a house or you rented a house and you're in a new area and all of a sudden, boom, that neighbor is just not feeling so right for you. I feel like this King of Wands being here is letting you know you are going to really need to be emotionally balanced, so that your foundation can be strong, so that what you're dealing with can be strong. Yeah, intuitively knowing that, you know, you're going to be required to be devoted to your foundation. You're going to be required to sort of like look at things from a different perspective, Aries, because your foundation is like there. So it's not, you know, it's not bad. It's just the fear is, are you going to be able to be emotionally balanced enough to deal with this? Just exercise your discipline. Just, you know, if you feel it's something that's going to come, that you're going to communicate, that you think that person is going to get crazy, just don't say it. Walk inside. Same thing with a family member. Same thing with a spouse. Same thing with a partner. Same thing with a boss. Just keep being emotionally balanced. That is going to help a lot. But it is going to require a lot from you, okay? Sometimes we're faced in difficult situations where it's hard. Challenging. For the outcome, you're getting the Five of Wands. This is being challenged by the Six of Cups. Very interestingly enough, Aries, everything that you needed to fight for, everyone that you had to put up with, at like all that tension you had to deal with before. Six of Cups being here because the Five of Wands was in the reverse is challenging the healing. It's challenging the healing that you're trying to receive in this new situation that you're having, in this new beginning that you are trying to experience. You're trying to become of this new beginning. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, healing is very important for you, Aries, because here at the bottom of the deck, for your main cards, you've got the Star card. And remember, the Star card is all about having that hope, hoping that this works out, being inspired to actively participate. Okay. Another thing here with the Star that I'm being told, there's an emotional process here that's going on. It's like, this is something that, yes, it was given to you, and it is for you to heal. It is for you to get better. It is for you to, come back to one, or come back to your purpose, or come back to your center, right? But it's going to require you to heal. So a lot of emotional balancing. Now, bottom of the deck for the clarifiers, Aries, is the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy. This recently has been speaking to me in the way of knowing where your energy is going and knowing where you don't want your energy to go. Okay, so I feel like this is self-reflection here. I feel like this is also the energy of wanting to support and wanting to help, but only specific energies or specific individuals that you want to assist. Okay, so I love it. It's great, great reading. I did a few questions for you, Aries. So the first question that I got here for you, Aries, is what does Aries need to know right now? Two of Wands in the upright. First steps. This is the first steps of looking out. Now, what this is saying to me with you, Aries, is that you're looking out and you are continuing the first steps, right? But then at the same time, you have to keep in mind, Aries, that you overcame your obstacles and challenges, but there are others that are still experiencing obstacles and challenges, okay? So be mindful of that. Next question that I asked for you, Aries, is what does Aries need to realize? Bam. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. The distraction. Trying to keep you from healing. I know a few people, okay? I've come across a few people that I've known in my lifetime where they either try to relocate, try to move to another apartment or another house or another neighborhood, another city, sometimes even another state. And it's almost as if this negative, toxic vibration just keeps coming back towards them. I'm feeling, Aries, and I really hope not, but for some of you, I do feel like the drama tries to magnetize itself towards you. Think of it as a distraction. So what you really want to think about is, what is it keeping me from? Sit down and think about it. What am I being kept from? What am I being distracted from? Oh, I know. This, my healing that is meant for me. Your healing is not going to come in, Aries, if you keep dealing with toxic energy, toxic vibrations, toxic situations. It's not going to come in. So until you learn to say to yourself, I'm not going to deal with that energy, whatever you need to do, not pick up the phone, not walk down that side of the street, not go to the club, not drink, whatever it is. Just think about why it's happening at that particular time when it's happening. And think of it as a distraction and how it's keeping you from your healing, okay? Because your healing, that's always going to be available to you, Aries. That is never going to go away. I think a lot of people rush into trying to get healed. Meanwhile, you have your entire lifetime to heal. But if you heal now, you can acquire a lot more along the way, okay? So I just want to say that to you guys. What does Aries need to accept? This is the Seven of Swords in the reverse, okay? So the truth being revealed. Maybe I just told you the truth about experiencing a situation of how something is always distracting you. Someone is always getting you, you know how they say in street slang, trying to get you in your bag, trying to get you mad. This is the truth being revealed to you. There's so much light around you, Aries. You just have to want to live it and accept it and be open to it, okay? And here's your final question. What is the possible timing? Ace of Swords. You know what this is telling me as far as timing? Right now. Yeah. As possible timing for me, this Ace of Swords is telling me right now. No timing, right now. As soon as you see this reading and you watch the reading all the way through and you get to here, right now. Right now, you can start thinking about everything that you've gone through. You can start thinking about, wait a minute, every time I go to the club, you know, I'm spending this much time there. Or every time I go wherever and I'm getting upset there and I'm getting upset over here and I cross the street and go to the store and I'm getting upset there too. This is the truth. The truth is always available to you, Aries. It is always present. So I really do think the timing is right now, Aries. Bottom of the deck for these cards. I know you've seen it right through the crystal. The High Priestess. High Priestess. Intuitively knowing what you need to do. There's even things that you know, Aries, that you don't tell nobody. Sometimes they don't need to know. And sometimes you would like to let them know. I really identify with the High Priestess all the time when she comes out, when I do my own readings or when I watch, you know, my few readers that I watch that I know they're good. When she comes out, it's like, girl, you don't got to tell everybody the business. You don't got to tell everybody what you know. You just have to know. Okay, Aries? So now that I told you that about, you know, if you're dealing with situations and you're feeling like, damn, you know, why am I always going through that? Why is somebody always making me mad? Why am I always in that energy? Look at it as if it's a distraction and it's going to help you, okay? It is going to help you and it is going to benefit you, Aries. So I'm going to leave this reading right here. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you guys. And guess what? I'm sending you guys a big, big hug. And I will see you all in your next reading. Bye, Aries.